Hi all. So in this tutorial we'll see the remaining steps to generate the proxy based web service client using Axis1 implementation. We already completed first three steps in my last tutorial. So let's continue the fourth step, that is create Java class with main method and use the generated stubs in the main method to call the web service. Okay. So let's create one Java class. Go to Eclipse. So before doing that, let's understand this how this naming convention are coming for these stub classes. So if you go to wsdl file, this is taking it from the wsdl file. So if you see here, so the stub, how the stub name is how stub class name is coming, calculator service or binding. So this is coming from the binding tag. In the wsdl file there should be one binding tag, so it is taking from that only. So if you see here, binding tag, one attribute is their name, so the name is calculated service show binding. Okay, so this is suffix with a stub. Okay, this name is suffix with a stub, so that is the name of the stub class. Okay, so this is coming from that, and all other services are supporting to these services. Okay, supporting classes for this stub class. Okay, now let me go to, let me create the fourth step is to create one Java class. And how this in the source, how this package is coming, org.mkf.services, how it is coming. So this is coming from the definition tag, and where the target namespace is written like this. If you see here, this is coming from this only. Okay, so the reverse is taking. Okay, org is the parent package, then sub package mkf, and then services. So this is getting generated as per the target namespace. Okay, so if you see this bottom of this bottom one calculated service, the package name is like this only, org.mkf.services, right? So it's the same package is taking it from the wsdl file from the target namespace in the reverse order, org.mkf.services. Okay, package name is same as this, the web service client, web service. Okay, so now let me create the Java. So let me create one Java class, so that the name of the Java class will be calculator calculator service client. Okay, and in this we need the public main method also. So I'm just checking it, the public static void main checkbox, and then finish it. So actually this is the class where I am going to call the service, actually call the stuff, and paste the and get the output of that service. Okay, call the method of the stub service, so binding stub, and show it in the console. So let's go ahead with that. So in the stub class, if you go, if you expand it, there should be one two operations, that is add and subtract. Okay, so this is residing in this calculator service show binding stub.java. So we need to call this to method and get the output of the service. So before that, to get that, we need to have the object of calculator service show binding stub. Okay, so for that we need to call the constructor of this class. Okay, so this is the constructor we will going to use, URL and service. Okay, so to call this constructor, we need the URL object as well as the service object. Okay, so let's create the URL and service object. Okay, so Java dot, I'll be using this package java.net dot URL equal to URL equal to new java dot net dot URL. We have to place the URL here. So this URL will be the endpoint URL of the service. Okay, within this we have to put the URL of the endpoint URL of the service. So how we will get that? That is there in the wsdl file itself. So if you go down in the wsdl file, you will see the one endpoint URL, that is the address location under the service tag. So this is actually the endpoint URL of the service. So we have to put this. Okay, so now paste. So once I am using this URL class, so it is giving one exception. So let me catch that exception, throws exception. Okay, so we have prepared the URL object. Next is we need to have the service object. So for service object we will be going to use the Axis1 Apache Axis dot client dot service class of this package equal to service equal to new org.apache.axis.client dot service. Okay, this should be this. So we need a constructor of this. We will be using one. So copy this and paste it without any argument. Okay, so we got the URL object and also the service object. Now we have to call the we have to make a object of this class using this constructor. So for that what we have to do is calculator stub So copy this, Control C and save, paste stub equal to new this URL service this. Okay. Next is call this two method stub dot add and so just suppose 50 comma 60. Okay, and subtract stub dot subtract 100 minus 60 or whatever 30 this. So we have called this two method subtract method. Oh sorry, not minus, like this. Okay, now let's put system dot out dot println. Okay, result is put int result 1 result 1 equal to this and int result 2 equal to this. Okay, so result is plus result 1 add result is this and subtract result is subtract result is this.